on, guys? This is going to be part 2 on the Yellow Jacket ManTooth review. I'm going to combine two sections. This is going to be the app and also performance of the product. So this is what you'll see when you first open the app. One thing you do need to know is on these tools, unlike all of the other smart probes that I've tested, is you have to pair these like you would pair your wireless headset for your phone. So you have to go into your Bluetooth settings, you have to turn these on, let them ping so your phone finds them, and then pair them to your phone. Once you do that, you can open the app and connect the tools and all that good stuff. So we've already done that part, so I'm just going to go into here. You can see you have a vacuum session, you also have a pressure temperature session. So we're going to click pressure temperature. It's going to ask you a couple different questions, your elevation, refrigerant type. You can add your location, equipment, things like that, because you're able to save this information. So we're just going to leave it right there. We're going to hit continue. And you can see non-specified. We're supposed to click this. And here's both of our probes. Hopefully you can see ending in 106. Ending in 105, and those are both reflected here. So we're going to click, check both of those. Let's see, we're attempting to connect. There we go. And you can zero the probes if you like. These are pretty close to zero right now. We'll just zero those, and we'll click on continue, and there we go. You can see our pressures, you can see our saturation temperatures, our high and low side, our targets, superheat, subcooling. There's not a whole lot of information. That's why I'm just combining this app with the performance of the product, because there's no trending or anything like that. Pretty much what you see is what you get, so it's very simplified as far as the features of the app go. So we'll go ahead and I'll stop this real quick. I'll hook these probes and clamps up, and then we'll go ahead and fire this thing up and see what our readings and everything look like. And at that point we'll go ahead and test the Bluetooth range. Alright guys, we got everything hooked up, everything's running. You can see what I thought was going to be an issue with these pressure probes, with that charging or removal port, depending on which one you're talking about, where that was located, turns out to be a non-factor, because when they go on, I'm not sure if this was actually how they designed it, but that's how I would use them. Where this port is facing either straight up or maybe slightly at an angle, you can easily access that, so it's a non-issue. It would actually, where I was suggesting it may go, would probably be a worse fit than where they put it. So but clamps are hooked up nice and secure, not going anywhere. Yeah, so we've had the unit running for probably like 5 minutes or so. As you can see, we're reading everything on here: saturation temperatures, pressure, superheat, subcooling. If you click on target, you can enter your subcooling, or when you click on the target superheat, it's going to ask you for your wet bulb and your outdoor dry bulb, and it'll do your superheat calculation for you. So I'm going to go ahead and I guess we're going to take a walk, and we'll see how far we can get. I'm going to walk out front. It's really bright out here, so I apologize if there's a glare, but we got where the highway is up there. It's going to be about 100 yards, roughly around 300 feet. And it's super windy out here, so I apologize if that's affecting the sound quality, or again, that's a highway, so there's going to be a lot of cars going by. It's a pretty busy highway, but we're still reading. You can see we came around the house, the units back that way. And again, I know you're probably not going to be able to see. Oh, it says attempting to connect devices. There you go. Now this isn't line of sight, obviously, See if it's going to pick back up. I'm walking back towards the house now. See if it's going to pick up and get back into the shade here. So I'd probably say I'm about maybe 100 feet or so from the unit. Again, not line of sight, it's around the corner. And it doesn't look like we're gonna pick up the probes again. So I'm gonna say right now I'm gonna say it's about 100 feet. We'll walk back. The unit's tucked back in that corner right there. And don't know if you'll be able to see. Do this. You can see we are still up. ManTooth has stopped working. Let's see. See if we can pick these probes back up. Just kind of stand this way so I'm technically in line of sight. And there we are. Connect back. Continue. Okay, boom, we're back on there. Looks like we may have to pull a little bit of juice out of this thing, but that's not what this video is about. So right now I'm about 35, maybe 40 feet from the condenser, and we have signal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk that way, so this unit will be in our line of sight, and we'll see if we can get a little bit farther. And now you can see we're still connected, but we are still in line of sight, probably just at 100 yards right now, so we're right around 300 feet. Oh, as you can see, we just lost, well, let's go here. There you can see we lost them again. I'm gonna say about 100 foot obstructed or 300 foot unobstructed is the results I'm getting. Again, this is an S5. I'm videoing on an S8, so I may try the same thing again and see if I get similar results. If something's different with the S8, then I will annotate it in the video. But doesn't look like they're going to come back. So yeah, again, 300 foot line of sight is what I'm getting, and 100 foot obstructed is the range on these. All right, guys, we're back over here at the condenser. Like I said, I tried with my S8 and was getting basically the same or very similar numbers, roughly about 100 yards, 300 feet line of sight, and then the obstructed view roughly between 75 and 100 feet, give or take. Just kind of experiencing the same thing on both phones, more or less, within a couple feet of each other. Not anything significant enough to note, but all in all, those are pretty decent ranges. 300 feet is going to be up there with the top Bluetooth range options as far as smart probes go, and the obstructed view 100 feet is going to be pretty solid too, especially with residential work and things like that. So pretty happy with the range, even though like I said, didn't quite make it to the numbers that were stated on the box. But again, there's so many different variables that I don't fault them for that. But I'm gonna wrap this up. May end up taking a little bit of refrigerant out of this. Looks like it might be slightly overcharged, but yeah, that's going to be the performance video. Like I said, not too much because the app itself is very basic. There's not a whole lot of features or anything like that to it, so it's hard to make a video on the app. But this is the product. This is how I would run them. So if you have to add refrigerant or take out refrigerant, your ports are going to be right at the top. I assume that's how they were designed to be put in there. If that were the case, the only thing I would recommend doing is maybe putting the power button on the side that's going to be on the top, just to make it more convenient than trying to sort of duck under and kind of see if you're connected and all that good stuff. But very minor stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these a few more times, just make sure I'm fairly comfortable with them, and we're going to have a final wrap-up discussion on the next video, just to give you my final thoughts on the product. And yeah, that's going to be about it. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.